Yo, 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 yo! What is up? I actually have energy today, shockingly enough. It is the first time I think I've ever had energy after work for like a hot minute, which is a crazy thing. But here we are. I spent the entirety of yesterday recording parkour gameplay. This is what I did. I have a 2-hour recording of me playing parkour as a background footage for my video that I'm working on, which is pretty cool. It was a pretty cool map. I just ripped the map, downloaded it, learned it, played it. It was really fun. I was literally raw dogging it too. I was sitting there in silence, by the way. This was done in silence. I was listening to nothing except the sound of my own thoughts playing Minecraft parkour for 2 hours. Some argue that would make me insane. I would be inclined to believe them, but I did do this. And I think the resulting footage looks pretty good. I haven't really watched it back yet. But I really hope it looks... I think the background footage looks pretty good. I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it. You know, I obviously make a couple of mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm only man. But I think that, you know, it only makes the background footage more human. You know, this right here, this is ethical background footage, okay? As if anything in your past hasn't indicated you're not of sound mind. That sentence has so many double negatives in it, I don't know how to comprehend it. As if anything in your past hasn't indicated you're not of sound mind. I don't know if you're saying I am of sound mind or if I'm not of sound mind. Or if you're being sarcastic and saying that I am of sound mind when in reality you mean I'm not of sound mind. That's also a possibility. Look, it's a very confusing sentence, but I do appreciate it because it's here. So let's play some Red Ball. Let's learn about ourselves. Let's understand the mysteries of the world, and let's bitch and moan. Because if there's one thing that Sheepo3 does, it's complain. Questioning himself, type shit. I'm here to complain. It's what I do. I also need to practice level 6. That's also something that needs to happen. Fundamentally. There's a lot of things I want to complain about. One thing I want to celebrate, actually, before I start complaining. Because I do want to complain, I also need to celebrate, you know, the things that should be celebrated. I am glad that the people who I train at work are not fucking idiots. I really appreciate this. I think that if the people who I did train at work were idiots, I would be a lot more depressed. Now, to be fair, I am depressed because I have to train people at work. This is kind of just a straightforward thing that is happening. I am depressed because I have to train people at work. But the people who I am training are not stupid, which is really fucking nice. And so shout out to them for not being dumbasses. Besides that, everything else sucks. I hate my job. But this is no surprise to anybody who has been around the channel for a little bit now. Do I have anything else? Y'all need to understand that for the next 3 hours, my name is not Mirez. I see. Would you like to share your new name with us? Is this like some emo phase you're going through for the next 3 hours? I'm glad you've segmented out the time. Makes it easier for all of us. Are you derp nap again? Sheep, you're telling me that video hasn't hit your timeline? What video has hit my timeline? Is that... Wait, what's going on, Mirez? Sorry. Is there a problem? Have I missed some, like, gigantic cultural event? What's going on here? I'm worried now. You've got me scared. What have I missed? Oh, the Machine Gun Kelly thing. Hold on. I've seen like clips of it, of people clowning it on TikTok, but I never really got deep into it. I would like to see that. I thought he just did punk stuff now. I thought he just did like punk music. I don't know. Oh my god, he did drop a song called JJK. Wow, that is one hell of a thumbnail. I thought he just did like the punk stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Pause the music, ladies and gentlemen. We have an entry. Here is Machine Gun Kelly. He's got a new song with Yuki Chiba. It's called... Okay, that's an intro. It's called JJK. I am actually really interested in how this is going to sound. I'm terrified, actually, because I think MGK, when he was rapping, he was always kind of seen as like kind of a low-tier Eminem ripoff. But now that he went to pop punk, he's also just been kind of like straight cringe. So I'm worried that this is going to be like the worst combination of like his Eminem ripoff era and his cringe punk era. Sorry, sheep, can't stay. Got some ass to kick and Monster High to watch. And I'm all out of ass. I thought Monster High was also of limited quantity, but maybe that show has like 1 million seasons, so I'm not judging. Have fun with Monster High. Okay. Pokemon Cypher made with love, this shit made with LARP. There is a difference, thank you. Miraz, you actually are so fucking poetic, by the way. That was a beautiful sentence that was just typed in my chat. It's so true. Let's see, okay, let's see. Let's see, I'm not gonna judge until I hear it. I'm not gonna judge until I hear it. This is the guy that... I think the popular narrative is that he got into a beef with Eminem and then he got dissed so hard that he switched genres. I think he was just corny That was sad. If you're gonna make a song about all the anime that you watch, then you have to get some deeper cuts than fucking Gojo 6 Eyes technique. Like bro really read the Wikipedia and said it's time. 5 years late to the anime LARP grift. I mean, the song is just bad. I don't know if like the beat sucked. His rapping sucks. I don't know if the Japanese guy was good, but I'm sure he was fine. But like the beat sucked and his rapping sucked. He can't rap. Like fundamentally, MGK just can't rap. He sucks. He's awful. This guy is like Logic but worse. This is awful. Yeah, this is bad. Pull up like almost any verse from the Pokemon Cypher, and you will see more competent rapping than this. Rapping that sounds better than whatever the fuck this is. Yeah, this sucks. This is really awful. That's a tragedy. Okay, well, you know what? If LARPing is mainstream, then anybody can do it, you know? If LARPing is mainstream, then anybody can do it, okay? It's just that one guy is LARPing. Sheep loves that damn burger music. I don't! It's a lie. It's a lie. I don't like burger music. I want you to know I was very cultured. I was listening to the Migos yesterday. During my lunch break, I was listening to the Migos because I'm cultured. They have an album called Culture. They actually have 3 albums called Culture. And I'm going to tell you what, I wasn't like the biggest fan. Some of the songs are really good, and then some of the songs are kind of just like really boring. And I don't think they're very good. But some of the songs are really, really good. And it's like, oh shit, this is a banger. But then there's some stuff where you're like, oh man, I kind of just wish they would skip to the next song because this is really boring. But at least there are bangers there. Brosen wasn't there for Bad Muji. No, I wasn't. All right, and I will fully admit that. Back then, I was fully into burger music. I consumed burgers back in the day. But now, I've kind of moved on. What the fuck? Okay. My game decided to play itself for me. I'm not gonna lie to you and sit here and say, yo, yeah, Sheepo 3 wasn't LARPing back in the day. I was. But I was also a child. Fuck Ice in the Cypher, bro. It was a banger line, bro. It was a banger line. People are glazing the CTC verse in like the 2024 Cypher. I didn't think it was that good. I liked his 2019's verse way better. Way more. IMO. There was a video that I watched recently. Do you guys... I'm gonna ask a question. It is not my style, admittedly. Do you... Yeah, cops are outside right now. I do have my window open. Cops be copping, bro. Are you guys aware of, like, the Verity thing? I know this is, like, a bit of, like, a two months ago reference, but, like, we're all aware of, like, Verity, right? Yes, okay. Well, apparently, some motherfucker dropped a critique on Verity. And I was like, oh, wait, this is kind of like what I was making. For the freaking Wiffies thing. This is kind of like what I make. I want to say, I'm kind of glad because his critique video was kind of like shit and low quality compared to my Chad epic critique video that will be coming out. It was actually a pretty good critique video. I just think it was made with hate as opposed to love, which is what I am making with my Wiffies video. I am making it with love and passion. This video was made, I think, with like a touch of hate and pain. Apparently Verity was like a YouTube thing. I had no idea. I thought Verity was like just a TikTok thing. But no, apparently Verity was a YouTube like video that became really big. What I've gleaned is that apparently the only reason why Verity became big is because the main like voice actor was really, really good. Apparently everything else surrounding Verity is like dog shit and awful. But the voice actor for Verity was actually like really, really good. And that's the only reason why people care about it. And that's kind of the only reason I like know about it, because the voice acting the voice actor for Verity is fucking excellent. Very, very good voice actor. Everything else about that series is apparently just awful dog shit. What about Bear, Verity, Rule 34 art? What combination of words did you just say? Why are you looking that shit up, dog? You want to tell me something? I see it in comments. Am I the one who needs to do the research for you? Do I have to be the brave man to delve into these depths? Oh, are you talking about Bear from like the fucking Obsession movie? Oh, okay, I see. That makes sense. I can see the connection. Like Gay Bear? Oh. Do I gotta look this shit up? Fine. I'll suffer. I'll suffer for you guys, because I care. If I look up Verity on Rule 34. Wow. Oh my fucking god. That. Oh boy. Jesus. It's like, it's hit after hit, really. It's like, it's fucking, it's MGK, LARPing, and now it's this. And I just can't, I can't fucking catch a break here, lads. What's with the MC fandom and making all these dudes, because they're all shippers! They all want every male character to be gay. Everybody's gay in Minecraft, okay? I'm sorry. Why do you think half the shit happened in the fucking Whiffy's video the way that it did? I don't say it as kind of blatantly in my critique video, but it's shipping. Bro, that video was designed for shippers to fucking latch onto it. I swear to God. Whiffy saw the flames and he said, I know exactly what I'm doing. The story is worse because of the shipping. Because like, it was so obviously geared towards shippers, bro. Oh my God, I hated that shit. The video was clearly made worse because, like, the shippers needed to be made fucking happy. Which pisses me off. But it's like, I get it. I understand, you know? If you can generate a fandom around your IP, you are gonna make a fucking butt ton of money. Fuck narrative consistency. Motherfuckers don't care about that. They care about hype moments and aura. They don't care about storyline anymore. Storyline is dead, bro. Why do you think the Verity video got big? The Verity video is shit. Or at least this one guy told me it was shit, and I fully believe him. And I was watching the video and I was so interested because it sounded like to me the Verity video fell into all the same traps I was complaining about with the Whiffy's video, about not maintaining a consistent grounding in reality, you know? The problem with modern Minecraft ARGs is that people just want to make roleplay videos. Dude, just make a roleplay video. If you want to make a roleplay video, then just make a roleplay video. Why do you have to turn it into an ARG? Why does it have to be an ARG? Can't you just do a roleplay video that's scary? Just do that. It's fine. But like, people insist on making this shit an ARG, and it's so annoying. Like, just decide what genre you want to be. It's okay. People love roleplay videos too. You'll find an audience there. They got involved. That's the problem, dude. I talk about this extensively in my script, complaining about the Whiffy's video. All right. The main problem with the Wi-Fi video is that it does not respect its own grounding. Okay. One moment it wants to be grounded in reality, and then the next moment it wants to be grounded in Minecraft. Don't ask questions. That's a problem. It makes the video stupid. It makes everything about it feel so stupid. No, roleplay hasn't fallen off. That's the thing. That's the thing, Mirez. Roleplay is still here, bro. You just have to do it good. People love the roleplay, all right? The children yearn for roleplay, but they yearn for a different kind of roleplay. They yearn for roleplay with faux romantic relationships. You can do all your shipping in your roleplays, bro. It is okay. Make a roleplay, make some characters, make them kiss. People will love it. The children yearn for this. They do. We don't need to make it an ARG. If you're gonna do an ARG, then do an ARG. If you want to involve real life, that's fine. But be consistent with your grounding. I am tired of watching these not fucking nonsensical videos. Like, you watch them and you're like, it feels like your brain is fucking melting because of how stupid this shit is. I'm not saying that your main character has to be the smartest cookie in the fucking cookie jar, but some basic fucking common sense would be really nice. The basics of, like, this is a functioning human being in society. God, please. That's all I'm asking for. But no. Why can't I hit this? So yeah, that's my bitch. That's my moan. That's my complaint. You'll hear it, but I think why can't I hit this? Don't worry, I go more in depth, and there's also other issues I have with the Wi-Fi's video that I detail in my extensive, script that I wrote. It's 4,000 words. I just have to do some more editing for, like, gonna distance himself from you. Spood's a dog. You can... Believe it or not, I actually compliment Spood's acting in the fucking script itself. I do. I say, I like his acting. I think he did a good job. I think the character was written... I think the character itself has questions about how it was written. But the actor itself was not the problem here. And I made that clear. I actually don't think the acting was the problem at all. I thought the Wi-Fi's video actually had really good acting compared to a lot of the other, like, role plays / ARGs / other stuff. The acting in the Wi-Fi's video is actually really fucking good, comparatively. I didn't like Loki. I guess I just have a higher tolerance for shit because I've, like, engaged more in the community, and so you're always going to have, like the untrained actor syndrome, untrained voice actor who doesn't know what they're doing. You're always going to have kind of like the role play-esque, right? Like, if you can get over the fact that it sounds like two people are role playing from their bedrooms at each other, it actually sounds pretty good. Did that tsundere shit? Lame for me. I thought the actual corny... I actually didn't complain about the museum part too much. The part that I really complain about being really corny is the submarine scene. I thought that shit was super corny. But the submarine scene was just made to bait the shippers. And I kind of say so, or I kind of imply it, at least, that it feels like it was kind of just made for shippers. Especially with the end, like the end line. Then believe in me. Like, oh my god, dude. I'm sorry. I like the concept of the thing, but, like, bro, we have to be dead ass. Believe it or not, I don't actually hate the whole, like, I don't hate moments like that too much. I hate when they're done. I hate when they're overdone or done too quickly. And that relationship between those two characters has not been developed long enough to have a moment like that. We don't get that. We are jumping the gun like crazy. Needs to dive into another concept. Elder Gods is so 2025. Who is doing Elder Gods in 2025? You and I were on different corners of the internet. Who is doing Eldritch Horror? Whiffies in 2025 was doing Eldritch Horror? Oh yeah, The King in Yellow? I think this one is gonna have a better story. It's actually, I feel like the ending of this series is actually gonna be like well thought out as opposed to the Yellow King stuff. What's up, Orange? I'm more excited for the continuation of this one because it's actually going to be competent or competently done. It has an idea behind it instead of just like some video randomly blew up. If they do another self-sacrifice, well, I don't know what like the Leviathan storyline is. I don't know what the like, because like I get the general concept. Like this thing only exists, or you can only see this thing if you believe in it. But it's like, okay, then what, right? I don't know how this story ends, so I have more hope. Let's go, full game. So who knows? Maybe it'll be another self-sacrifice. It'll be better because it'll be voice acted instead of just, you know, people typing at each other. It's nice because like voice acting is like integrated into the actual series itself, right? I think that'll make it at least a little bit better. So there's hope. Just needed to take his time. Exactly. Airbnb? You got Airbnb coaching you? Sheesh. League's falling off. I thought your shit. I thought your ass was getting drafted. Orange. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Hey, we'll see. It's good. It feels like there's a lot of energy this year in JBHL compared to apparently BHL is losing a lot of steam. Apparently last season of BHL was kind of shit. People were not happy about it. So we might have there might be some new faces in BHL as well. So there's hope. All right. Hey, Orange. I'm a fan, bro. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. That's not the screen. That's the screen. It's Red Ball. I need to get my audio up so then if this run counts, it'll actually count. All right. Ball right. We got full game runs, baby. It's time to suffer. I really have to start watching that new Super Cube anime that that Dr. Big Chung has recommended to me. I have to start watching it because I have nothing to talk about right now. I think I can knock it out in a Friday afternoon. I think that's entirely doable. Just knock out the entirety of Super Cube or whatever. What is it about? It's kind of your classic, you know, random guy gets magical superpowers that make him the strongest in the world type shindig. Or at least that's what it looks like from the surface. But like I said, I've told Dr. Big Chung this. This is the man who recommended that I watch Solo Leveling. So he's already on a fucking watch list in terms of like if this ends up being dog shit, then he's like kind of blacklisted from recommending me shit. So this is like a test for him, okay? Now, there is a benefit here. There's a silver lining. Apparently, this show is only 12 episodes, which is good. I think one of the big things that kills new shows, new animes, new media for me is if it's too fucking long. I think overexposure is the great, you know, the great killer of many good things. They do too much of it, and they don't know how to do it good anymore. So with this only being 12 episodes, all right, there's a high probability that this is going to have a much more favorable rating. I think a big reason why I liked Yuri on Ice as much as I did, and I didn't really like harp on the bad stuff, because there was plenty of like bad stuff about Yuri on Ice. All right, I'm not discrediting that, but the reason it got such positive reviews from me is that it didn't feel like it was overdone. It wasn't like I had to watch multiple. I didn't have to watch multiple seasons. It was the one season. It was short. It was spiffy. It felt like the ending was enough of a close that I felt happy and satisfied when I walked away. That's all I really want. Do I feel satisfied? Does the ending make me, does it tie up loose ends for me? That's all I want. Yes, that's kind of the main critique, MJ. The fucking ice skating scenes that go on forever. And the animation isn't, like, amazing, believe it or not. It is a little bit goofy. But yeah, there is hope with this show. With it only being, like, the one season, 12 episodes, so short, spiffy. Hopefully good things come from it. So, like I said, I am holding out hope here. I don't want to blacklist anybody from recommending me media to consume. I want to leave that gate open. You know, Sheepo3 is the ultimate media critic. I try to consume, but why are you black? I'm warning you, okay? I have a plan. Tomorrow I'm gonna watch the entirety of your Supercube thing, Dr. Big Chung, and if it's bad, you're getting blacklisted. It's straight up. You're getting blacklisted, Dr. Big Chung. I'm sorry. Desperate times and desperate measures. All right, so I'm warning you. If Supercube is bad, there will be, corrective measures, appropriate corrective measures taken. That's why it's a blacklist. I'm saying you are allowed to enjoy what you want. Don't send it to me, because I'm not going to like it. That's what the blacklist is for. I'm not saying that you're blacklisted from enjoying your shows. I'm saying you're blacklisted from recommending me shit, because when I watch it, I'm gonna hate it. And I don't want to watch shit that I hate. I think that's a very, very reasonable, very, very reasonable step to take. All right? I don't want to, like, it's like walking, it's like me walking into the coffee shop and then ordering coffee and saying, man, I fucking hate this. This is disgusting. It's not because I hate coffee shops. It's because I hate coffee. I don't like coffee. If I go to the coffee shop and they give me coffee and I hate it, well, like, why the fuck did I walk into the coffee shop in the first place? There's a reason I don't go to coffee shops. It's because I don't like coffee. So I'm not going to, like, I don't want to subject myself to misery and then, like, when I'm reviewing that misery, talk about how miserable it is, when in reality, it's just not made for me. I'm not built for this. I am not built for solo leveling. I'm not. Now, solo leveling is a little bit different, because it's hard for me to comprehend why people enjoy it as much as they do. I think it is very telling, though. The one thing that was really interesting about me when I checked out solo leveling is that when I ran the Rule 34 test on it, it had a very low presence. People don't want to make porn of this anime, and I thought that's very telling about the quality of the story and the kind of people like you can tell how much a franchise is beloved oftentimes by the amount of fan art it gets, and a lot of that fan art is going to be lewd in nature. And the fact that there's ain't nobody making fucking solo leveling fan art, it just shows you, people aren't, real people don't enjoy that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say real people. People with functioning prefrontal cortexes don't enjoy the show. And I, as a person known, I would say, for having a functional prefrontal cortex, I'm not going to watch a show that's not designed for this. Solo leveling is like Cocomelon. All right? It's the Cocomelon of animes. Let's call it what it is. Spider-Man Brand New Day. I've heard very positive reviews about Brand New Day. Everybody who I've talked to have been like, yeah, it's like pretty good. Maybe I'm starting to soften on it because I'm like any Marvel stuff. I'm like, I don't want to watch Marvel stuff. I don't care about Marvel. Blah, blah, blah. But I mean, people have been saying, bro, this shit is kind of popping. So maybe I gotta lock in and figure out. You have to understand Marvel. I understand Marvel. What are you talking about? I know Marvel. I know Ball. Are you saying that Sheepo3 doesn't? I've read the comics. Don't speak to me about not knowing Marvel, bro. I read comics. Motherfucker. Don't speak on my name. Bro, I used to have one of the big X-Men comics, like not the original X-Men, but the second iteration of the X-Men. I used to have I had a big book full of their comic strips, like the old ones back in like the 1900s. Or maybe it was like 2000s comic strips. It was black and white regardless, but dude, I love that shit. Older X-Men stuff? Man, that was peak. I love the X-Men. I kind of wish they would remake the X-Men movies. Because, like, they made X-Men movies, and they were, like, they were okay, but, like, man, some new age X-Men movies, that would be sick. I really want Marvel to do that. They're not going to, but I really hope they do. Sheep, when are you making that Wiffies video? Ideally, it comes out this weekend, though. I do have other, like, responsibilities with other plots and other content that I'm making. I'm working with other people on doing stuff, and so there are time limits and schedules that I have to hit, so I'm getting it out as soon as I can. I really am, like, I'm working on it every day. I have been working on it every day. I should hopefully record all my voice lines tomorrow. I spent yesterday getting my background footage. I'm going to record my voice lines tomorrow with hopefully a fully completed script that I'm happy with. Then hopefully editing should like speed by. Editing shouldn't take too long, but we'll see what happens. What's your background footage? I found a parkour map and I recorded it myself because I have ethical background footage. All right. I recorded my own parkour background footage. Okay. I make it a point. I'm not gonna rip somebody else's, parkour background footage. I recorded it myself. It's gonna be a pretty low effort video, all things considered. Compared to some of the other stuff that I do in terms of editing, it's not gonna be like a very high effort thing. I'm not trying to do anything too deep with it. It's gonna be relatively low effort, so don't put it on a pedestal before it's got a chance. 8-minute TikTok? It'll hopefully be longer than 8 minutes, but yeah, pretty much. That's the idea, Miras, is I just want to... It's more about the audio. I just want people to hear my thoughts, not to, like, stare at the video and be entranced by it. Just, like, I don't know. I'm not going through the plot. I think the problem with a lot of the critique videos is that they kind of just run through the plot. I'm not doing that. I'm just assuming that you already know what the plot is, you know what's going on. You know how this works. I'm just going straight to talking about it. No podcast. I don't have enough bandwidth for a fucking podcast. Not all white men need a podcast. Orange. I have a stream. This is my equivalent. What, are you actually seriously watching me play Red Ball right now? Like, be so dead ass. You're sitting here staring at Sheepo3 fucking fail again and again and again. Bro, pull up a chess game on the side. Pull up anything on the side. Do something. Yeah, after I get past level 6, then you can watch. That's totally justified. But I am background noise. Or main noise. Like, I am music. Okay? Do other stuff. What are you doing? Be respectable. She podcast doesn't work because he doesn't know anybody. True. All podcasts are kind of built off of interaction, and I don't do interaction, so. Your dishwashing noise? True. Exactly. You can grind tech while talking in Sheep's chat. Those two things are compatible. It's actually kind of the perfect activity while watching the Sheepo3 stream. Bam. Okay. See, I fucked up level 6. So go back to whatever game you're playing. It's not worth watching. The time is cooked. Holy, 6 seconds behind. I just want to see if I can get past, like, level 8. Since that's been the... I haven't made it past level 7 today yet, which is, you know... I don't want to say the biggest concern, but it's like, yeah, that kind of sucks. Record? No. Damn it. Me going for the world record would actually be a painful experience, and it's not worth it. What's your PB? 305. 305. And that's about the best time I can get without hitting level 11. If I don't hit level 11, 305 is my max. I guess I could, like, if I hit a really good run and then I don't hit level 11, I could theoretically get a 304. But I would have to have, like, a really fucking sick run going into level 11. But yeah, with the current strats I'm using, hitting level 11 is a requirement. I need it. Is where men go to die. Right now, the problem is getting there consistently enough to die enough times, you know? It's kind of like, you know, the old wartime adage, you know? Sometimes you gotta throw your men into the meat grinder to figure out where the meat grinder is. And right now, I just haven't put enough men in the meat grinder to figure out how to beat the meat grinder yet, okay? Sometimes the answer is just putting in half a dozen attempts, and eventually it'll go through. There just haven't been enough, like, meat grinder. Which is why I try not to practice a level... I try not to practice 11 too much. Because I feel like just late game practice is much more beneficial. As long as I can get to the meat grinder more consistently. Damn, I suck today. What am I doing? I'm excited for Friday. I'm just excited for the weekend in general, I think. It's been like that more and more. Shadow HYT has good vibes. I don't know why Shadow HYT is debasing himself to playing backup goaltender, though. He's good enough to be a starter. He should be a starter. Unless people don't want to take a chance on him, because he's kind of like damaged goods right now. But he played good enough in the... We have Narwhal. Why is he playing behind Narwhal? What is he doing? Go talk to another team. Go be a starter. Dude, goalies these days have some, like, crazy fucking mentality. I don't know what goalies these days are doing. They have this idea that they would rather be on a good team than be a starter. And it's like, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, Narwhal's probably gonna get an Elch. Okay, never mind, it's fine. Don't call Shadow HYT a backup. Narwhal's definitely getting an Elch. Don't call him, don't call Shadow a backup. Why the f did you call him a backup then? He's the starter. Yeah, Shadow's the fucking backup, dog. Well, what was the mentality last year? It was, any team that I join is going to be a I'm gonna start on any team that I join, Mirez. It wasn't a fucking question. There was, like, maybe 1 or 2 goaltenders. Like, in that JBHL offseason, there were maybe, like, 1 or 2 goaltenders that were theoretically ahead of me in the pecking order. Any team that I joined, I was gonna start. It just happened that I decided to join the Mallards, and it worked out. But I was starting. I was starting. my very first season, Mirez, I had the mentality that I don't care where I play as long as I start. And that should be the mentality for every single goaltender. Your team should not matter. Your coach should not matter. What matters is you getting start time. You getting play time. Why are we are doing the same, we are making every single mistake of our predecessors. This infatuation with remaining in JBHL. Why can't you guys get a different fucking hobby? If you don't want to play in the higher tiers of blocky hockey, then do your time in JBHL and then quit. And then quit. And then leave. And then go home and do something else. Find another sport to play. If you don't want to play in the upper leagues of blocky hockey, then why are you sticking around? Stop trying to do this thing where I just want to keep playing in JBHL permanently. Fuck you, dude. Move on. Do something else. Figure out something else. Bro, JBHL is for rookies. Junior Blocky Hockey League. Definition. Junior. If you're not a junior anymore, get the fuck out of the league. You soloed a zombies game? Holy shit. Wait, hold on. That's kind of fucking sick. Hold on. Sorry, J-Dog. I was ranting about some completely different shit. That's fucking sick. Shout out. I mean, like, regardless of the map, it's sick that you did that. I got respect for that. Modern goalies don't know how to train themselves. They don't know how to train themselves. I think, I don't know. I get a little bit, like, pissed off sometimes. Like, if you want to ask for advice, that's fine. And I get it. And I benefited from, like, decent coaching. But, like, the reason why I got to be with good coaches is because I had potential. Okay? Why did I have potential as a goaltender? Because I worked my ass off by myself to get that chance. You don't just get to walk in and have the best fucking coaches. Everybody's so damn privileged. Like, you don't just get to walk in and have all the best coaches on your side. You don't get that shit. I got the best coaches. Toasted, get the fuck out of here. I got the best coaches. Me! Because I worked my ass off to get there. Everybody forgets this. People just think that, oh, Sheeple3 walked into Mallards, he had all the best coaches in the world, and he just won Vezina because he was just that talented. I was not! I had a whole season that nobody watched, that nobody cares about. Because nobody wants to remember the time that Sheeple3 had to work his ass off when Sheeple3 was a nobody and he was on a shit team with shit coaches and I got no training and I did it all myself. And so when I came back and I kept working and people were like, oh, this guy is good. Why did I get good? Why was I good? Because I already worked my fucking ass off. You don't want to do that. These fucking goaltenders, they want to do that shit anymore. Bro, I'm sorry. The only way you're gonna get good at goaltending and you're gonna earn the desire of good coaches to teach you, the good goaltenders want good coaches want to teach good goaltenders with good potential. You are not showing any potential by sitting in this fucking hole and crying that I'm not good enough because I don't have good enough coaches. Stop blaming your coaches. Blame yourself. It's your problem that you're not good enough to earn the respect of good coaches. Fundamentally, that's what's going on. You are not talented enough to earn the desire of good coaches to teach you. So earn it. You can. It is possible. I did it. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm sorry. I'm fucking dog shit at video games. Fundamentally, I suck. I sucked for a while. I've been sucking. I'll continue to suck at video games. And yet I won Vezina. Why? Because I worked my fucking ass off. And you goalies don't. Or at least when you work your ass off, you do it in the stupidest way possible. You're like running your head into the wall. Practice makes perfect. Cap. Perfect practice makes perfect. You have to practice good if you want to be good. You people aren't practicing good because, I don't know, you don't care enough. Figure it out. There's so many things you can do by yourself to fix the problems that you have. But you won't download replay mod. You won't look at your scrims. You won't record your shit and then figure out what you're doing wrong and then figure out ways to fix it. You are not stupid, but you act stupid. Help, I'm running into this wall. Can somebody teach me how to not run into the fucking wall? No, it's a wall. You can learn it yourself. You're not dumb. There, that's my bitching and complaining session. Do it yourself. Have you ranted about Jane Daniels? I've heard a lot of things about this NFL offseason, J-Dog, and I have my fantasy football draft coming up, so what's the general consensus right now, J-Dog? Who's good, who's bad? The 49ers are I don't care about the Niners. It's hard for me. I will care about them because they're my team and I have to care about them, but I'm already like I've already hardened to my heart on this 49ers season, all right? They will not hurt me. Bears are off-season champs as always, but I heard like the Bears are actually like not going to be shit, or at least they haven't been like they haven't been complete doo-doo butter for a while, or at least in these last couple of seasons it feels like the Bears have been at least a competent football team. Are the Broncos going to be good again? Like who were the good teams last season? It was like Broncos, it was Patriots, it was man, maybe I'm just I always think that the Houston Texans are going to be a good team. But I don't think that's true. And then I always think the Green Bay Packers are going to be a good team, but then they're kind of like they're kind of in the mid. So I don't quite know how to feel. In-depth analysis on that? I'm clicking on your link. Is it a Rickroll, I wonder? Okay. See, this was uploaded 10 years ago. Hold on. I'm looking up pre-season NFL rankings. Let's take a look. All right. ESPN NFL Power Index 2026 projections. We're looking at ESPN, not like the pinnacle of journalism, but still. It might give us a general idea of who's near the top and who's near the bottom. All right, let's take a look at this list here. We've got a list. No, I'm not collabing with you, Toasted. You aren't playing Red Ball. I am. Play Red Ball and we can collab. Rams. Okay, Rams makes sense. I've heard a lot of good things about the Rams. Bills. Bills are going to choke in playoffs. Ravens makes sense. See, it's 49ers at 5, I think is absolutely fucking diabolical stupid. Why the fuck are they putting the Niners at 5? This has got to be a stupid list. It's ESPN. I have to remember. It's ESPN. This is brain dead. Packers are pretty high up. Chargers are pretty high up. I have no faith in the Chargers, but that's fine. They're not counting on injuries. The Niners, regardless of injuries, it's Kyle Shanahan. They're going to, like, I don't know. It's Kyle Shanahan. I want to say hi to my favorite streamer. I've been seeing you, bro. Toasted, you're on your grind, man. I respect that shit. Keep it up. Keep it up. I always love to see a streamer on his grind. Now keep doing it for the next 6 years, and then maybe you can even pretend to reach the heights that I have. Why they got the Patriots so low? That's what I'm saying. Patriots are very, very low. They hate the Patriots. Texans are above the Patriots. Bengals, Joe Burrow's going to get injured. Eagles and Cowboys are the two teams that I hate, and so I really hope they lose. Maybe. Hey, man, I wish you all the best. Jaguars, Buccaneers. Do the Buccaneers still have the one guy, Baker Mayfield? I like that guy. Baker Mayfield had one really good season for me in fantasy, and so I've always had a soft spot for Baker Mayfield. He's also a fun quarterback. Dolphins and Cardinals are both shit. Sad. What a sad day. I like those teams. Browns are bad, but everybody knew that. Jets are bad. Everybody knew that. Raiders, bad. Panthers, Saints, Falcons, Giants, Steelers, Commanders. Everybody knew this. Colts and Vikings are mid. Everybody knew this. Okay. All right. I feel like I have a better like understanding of the league now. I kind of get it. I think the one team that I have a lot of hope for is the Packers. I hope the Packers do well. I think the Packers might be my they might be my team this year, or at least my team that is not the Niners that I root for. Because they actually have hope, and I love watching a team with hope in them. Packers and Bills. I would like to see Josh Allen win a Super Bowl, but he's not going to because the Bills management and the Bills coaches are kind of shit. Unfortunate. Either way, all right. I understand the league more. I'm excited for football season. Get excited, nerds. It's football season. It's America's sport. Let's give more young men permanent brain damage. That's what I say. And yet I still watch. I am a hypocrite. I think, unfortunately, the DNA of football is just built for concussions. There's no way to, like... You can't make football safe enough that it doesn't prevent permanent injury for their players. Which I think sucks. But it's one of those, like, things that... I don't know. It's such a weird thing, because, like, you kind of have to grapple with the reality that this sport that, you know, your whole country loves, that you like to watch, that is enjoyable, you have to kind of consider, or you have to grapple with the fact that this is a sport that fundamentally leaves the players that play it significantly worse off than when they started it. Going down the path of playing football is the path of permanent brain damage. It is the path of injury. It is the path of irreversible changes to your personality because of all the concussions that you may or may not receive throughout your career. That's just... It is what it is. It is unavoidable shit. And so it can be hard sometimes to sit there and be like, why did this sport have to be the one, right? Of all the sports that gained, you know, the foothold in America, why did it have to be this one? But now it's here. And I'm too invested in it. And I like watching it too much. No fuck. I finally hit level 6 and then I missed level 7 off rip skis. And I'm 0.7 seconds down. Oh boy, I'm gonna be at least -2, if not more. If I'm not -2 plus, then I'd be shocked. Yeah, okay, I'm at least -3. -3, okay. Essentially -4. Not uncomebackable, but it's kind of on the edge of like what is... Well, yep, yeah, that'll happen. It was on the edge of what was possible, you know? If I didn't hit the 1 cycle on 8, it was cooked. Recreation in fiction. You don't get a say, Dr. Big Chung. You are on trial right now, my friend, and you know this. So don't try to get out of your trial here. You are on trial. Your opinion on media is on trial. It is very green right now. But I'm also on level 7, which is a notorious choke point. Oh, hold on. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Can we ball? Okay. We don't need the first cycle, that's okay. This car feels slow. Shit. It's too slow, fuck. No. Ah, fuck, dude. Level 10 is what kills me. That's so annoying. And I hit the frame perfect on level 10 too. That's the worst part. That's the thing that kills me. I hit the level 10 frame perfect and I still fuck it up at the end. Oh, that's so frustrating. That is so frustrating. Let's see what this ends up as. Probably like 314, I'd say. 10, 11, 12, 13. It would have been a it would have been a 12. All right, it would have been a 12. Okay, 312, and we make it all the way to level 10, basically unharmed. That was, you know, hey, that is not a bad run. That is not a bad run. We do not hate those. We take those. We take those. We absolutely take those. It would have been so much more exciting if I hadn't choked it the fuck up on level 10, though. Man, imagine. I was green, like, basically the whole run, even with a bad level 8. I was still. I show speed in Kai Sinat sub 3 marathon. No. A bunch of people were complaining about their whole Minecraft marathon. No, what was the deal with that? What I know about the whole speed Kai Sinat Minecraft thing is that they were trying to beat all the bosses, and they were shit, and then they got coached by Feinberg, who told them how to do shit, and then they decided not to suck anymore because it turns out Minecraft is not actually that hard of a game. That's what I heard. Talking the basics and everybody's mad. I don't know why people are so like... Minecraft's an easy game. Like, if you have infinite time to prepare, Minecraft is not a fucking hard game. Like, if you have full enchanted diamond armor with totems, I mean, like, they had a fucking totem farm, dude. Like, are you, like, what? Like, what did you fucking expect? Like, when you're fully stacked in Minecraft, you're nigh unkillable, dude. It's like disliked. I think the problem is that they were getting, like, they should have figured that shit out for themselves. Or I guess they're too stupid, but I think, like, getting coached was the, there has to be, there would have to be, like, a rule with, like, they need to like figure stuff out themselves, or like only be like you're only allowed to learn the basics. You're not allowed to like learn advanced farms or like cheese methods. There has to be like a line in the sand here about what you're allowed to do if you want to make Minecraft an actually challenging experience. So, I mean, I guess if they wanted to cheese everything, I think that's fine. But fundamentally, like, Minecraft is a game that's very easy to cheese shit. It's a creative game first and foremost. Survival kind of comes as a secondary thing, you know? When they arrowed the Warren from like 30 blocks away with powerful... I mean, like, yeah, that's classic Minecraft cheese, bro. I think the problem is not that they beat the game with cheese. I think the problem that people have is that they didn't fail good enough. When they failed, it wasn't satisfying enough to watch them fail. What what you really wanted to see is you wanted to see that progression. You know, you wanted to see them like fail like early in the game, and then they make it a bit deeper, and then they make it a bit deeper, and then they're like super deep. They've got 3 out of 4 bosses beaten, and then they die to the 4. Like they should have done like a whole thing like that. That would have been so much better. They're gonna clip farm and yeah, exactly. Like throwing a clip farm have like a really deep attempt. It just didn't, you know, you could argue that it just, like, their heart wasn't in it. You're such an expert on failure. I am, J-Dog, thanks to you. You and I both, Mr. J-Dog. The only difference is that I'm public about it. They're doing another... Wait, what are they doing another marathon on? Wait, what? What other marathon could they possibly be doing? There's... But didn't they have like a whole custom like a Minecraft set and everything? What, they just got a whole new set or something? I gotta check this shit out. Hold on. I gotta check this lore out. Yeah, that's cooked. 2 times, run is dead. 3 times, run is in the ground. 4 times, run is 12 foot under. 5 times, I don't even have an acronym to describe how dead this run is. Okay, it's just a random games marathon. Yeah. I think the problem with like the random games marathon, it doesn't feel as cohesive as just like the one game with the one set forward objective. It doesn't feel as cohesive, you know? You're constantly going from game to game. It doesn't feel as good. That's what makes Minecraft such a satisfying marathon, because it's just got one big objective at the end. It's nice. Okay, let me look up I show speed. Not ending until we beat every game. How do you beat Roblox? Oh, okay, so it's just not, it's just less cool. They're just sitting in their own room. All right, so it's just less cool. What is this? Fall Guys? What Roblox game is this? Is this a parkour? Are they doing an obby? They're doing an obby. And they're playing Rocket League. What a strange combination of things. Speed is making all of his faces. I like Speed when he's IRL. He feels more contained. Oh well. World Cup is over now. Kaizenat is really just straight back on streaming, isn't he? Like, I thought he was just gonna come back for his, like, streamer, like, university thing, but... No, he's just full-time back streaming, I guess. That's kind of sad, I think. It's kind of depressing end to the saga. Yeah, I mean, he kind of got bullied out of, like, making his clothing brand or whatever. I mean, fundamentally, he just shouldn't have been fucking performative about it. Yeah, if he wanted to do the Vivette shit, I think that was fine. He just needed to shut the fuck up and put out some clothing. The problem is that, like, yeah, he was just kind of like... It feels like he's of two minds. Like, he wants to be the public figure. He wants to have that kind of instant interaction. He wants to have people that are constantly interested in him and wanting to look at him. But he also wants to create product that is, like, long-lasting and takes effort and time and real commitment. He wants, like, both of those things. And you just can't have both of those things. You either commit to, like, the longer-term content cycle, where you're only relevant every so often, or or you be a streamer and you're relevant all the time. You can't have it both ways. And I think, yeah, exactly. I think Streamer University kind of threads that needle a little bit better. But you can't have a Streamer University, like, every week. You can't do that. And Kaizenat is like he just can't be like, he can't do Streamer University every week. He can't. And so it means that he'll have to give up on this longer term, like, bigger, you know, this bigger concept shit for these, you know, for the more consistent slop content. He wants to do like the loud, yelly kind of instant gratification, fun content, but he also wants to be respected as like an intellectual and a creative. And unfortunately for Kai Cenat, he just has to put out some shit that is like creative and good. He needs to put out some good shit. If he wants to be respected as a creative, he needs to put out some good shit, and he just hasn't done that yet. Everything he has done is kind of put out is kind of like variations on slop. That is what he does. He does variations on slop. And that's fine, and that's good, and I have no problem with that, but if you want to be respected as a creator, then, you gotta try a little bit better. And unfortunately, I think that Vivette shit just was not it. It didn't hit. I think Speed's gimmick does great, because I think he pivoted very nicely out of like slop content, because he committed, right? Like, obviously his day-to-day stream is still going to be like mostly slop, but at least there's like it feels like there's a more respectable concept at work here, right? Well, I still think like his day-to-day is still slop, even if he's doing his like country tours. I think there's just a little bit more like, I don't know, there's a little bit more maturity in the content, right? There's just more maturity in the Speed content. At least when he's doing that kind of stuff. Not to mention, like, Speed genuinely put out like a good World Cup song. I don't know. Like, you guys can think about it what you will, but I think like the IShowSpeed World Cup song was genuinely like a very good like song for that kind of vibe. It was probably the best World Cup song out of all the World Cup songs they put out. That one was probably the best. Popular Bro is, I don't know if it's that crazy. He's a pretty entertaining guy. He appeals to the kids a lot, and he started to like be a little bit more. He does the line perfectly where he appeals to kids and that younger demographic while also being a little bit more mature and not being so grating to adults. I think that people my age don't find Speed as grating as maybe previous eras of Speed. Definitely I found a lot more grating, but I think current day Speed is not nearly as grating. When I see like his current kind of clips when he does the travel shit, he seems like respectable enough while still doing like the streamer gimmick. He just threads the line really well. I think that's just what he does, and it means that everybody can like him. When KSI left side meant to do genuine slop, yeah. Do you think Speed is the GOAT streamer? I think he has to be. I don't know who topples him. Nobody's done what Speed has done. I mean, if you want to talk about, like, games not the same, I don't think so. I think the game's better than it ever has been. You know? Niche streamer. I think the only streamer that has, like, a GOAT case is like Speed, Kai Cenat. We're talking specifically English speaker. I think Spanish speaking, Portuguese, whatever, those guys, that's a different GOAT case altogether. We're not talking about different languages. Specifically English streamers. In terms of English speaking streamers, I think the GOAT is like Speed, Kai Cenat, or like maybe Ninja. But Ninja is like, he was only big that one time, and he is like the MJ in this MJ versus LeBron debate, you know? Ninja is MJ, and unfortunately I think MJ, Ninja, 100%. When Ninja was big, I think the thing that makes Ninja like so different is that Ninja, compared to everybody else at the time, was like so far ahead of everybody else. I think that was the difference between, like, that's what gives Ninja a case, is that nobody has put that kind of distance between him and all the other plebeians. He was the GOAT, everybody else was a plebeian compared to Ninja. At the time, that was his thing. He was the GOAT. I think nobody else has had that kind of separation before. Ninja was Wilt pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's probably way more accurate than the MJ comparison. Yeah, he was Ninja was Wilt Chamberlain, bro. He was Wilt. Aiden Ross Trust. What is Aiden Ross doing these days? Isn't he just like shilling gambling and like hating Jews? I don't know what he does these days. Random all boxing fights with you know, with a touch of racism, I guess, or I guess MAGA, just like a touch of MAGA, which is a touch of racism. Let me look up, because he's streaming on like one of the alternative platforms. Yeah, he's on Kick. He's on Kick. Oh my god, it is all slots. It is only slots. He's pulling 1 hour streams every week. he has 3 1 hour streams. This guy does not stream at all. Why are people glazing him? He does not stream at all. What the fuck is going on, bro? This is pathetic. 1.5 hour streams? This is all you fuckers get? Bro, I stream more than that. What kind of pathetic ass shit is this? He's really only in there. He's only in there for the money. He's getting paid like crazy. And then he tabs out. What is going on? Bro, I'm a better streamer than Aiden Ross is, bro. This is pathetic. Hold on, let me see. If I was a gambling streamer, I'd pull more viewers than Aiden Ross did us. Let's check his YouTube. What does his YouTube look like? Does he have a good editor? Okay, he's posting wow, his views are pathetic. Wow. Yikes. He's making streams with... Oh boy. He's doing NBA pack opening. Brand risk 14. Brand risk 14 with a bunch of no names. Oh boy. He really is doing fights. I'm trying to recognize a single name. I can't. I can't recognize a single name. Like, look at this shit. Oh, Super Hot Fire. Why is Super Hot? I guess Super Hot Fire needs the money. They had Super Hot Fire in there. That's the one guy I recognize. And he's a meme. Oh, of course he had a... Dude, I swear to God, what is it with, like... What is it with, like, MAGA people and, like, Republicans and loving, like, midgets? It's got the most views out of everything, by the way. 800... Dude, it is mogging every other fight. What the fuck? The short people fight is mogging every other fight. Holy shit. Why do Republicans think midgets are so funny? Like... I think I think if you're short, that's fine. But like, why must we laugh at you? Why can't we laugh with you? If you're gonna be like a midget, be funny, make a funny joke, and then we can like. It is so demeaning. We're laughing at the short people for being short. Dude, oh my god, it's so. Dude, my problem is that WWE did this shit, and WWE is like a straight up like Republican traditional values type company, and they were doing this shit forever, bro. Look at some of the old, like, look at the old, look at old WWE. There is so much fucking, like, midget. So much midget jokes. I mean,
about this one, what's going on here?
Dude, they have a fucking image, they have a live video of the desk. This is...
I mean... I don't really know what to say here, man.
Dude, they're just laughing at them. Fucking analyze the fight, pussies.
Jeb. Oh!
So
No way!
go kill him.
God, he picked-
Let's go.
Bro, so yo, what the fuck are the? Okay, I thought these were boxing.
He's gonna hold. Oh,
Jeremy, get up!
is that full guard?
No, Jeremy's winning.
Oh, he is.
It's they're treating him
Yeah,
like
I
a
think he
clown
just
show.
followed the ring, bro. You gotta be careful. Oh, that.
No,
I fucking hate this. If they actually like I'm fine if you want to do like short people fights, but like treat them like fucking human beings, dude. Don't look at them like the court jester. God. Being a midget and having to like just being okay with this shit because you know you're gonna get paid a bag has to be the most demeaning fucking experience ever. You have to sit there and just know that you are gonna be like fucking mocked and bullied your entire fucking life. And the only reason, the only way, like the way that you can get a bag is by being the fucking clown. You have to be a clown. I would blow my shit smooth off, bro. I mean, shout out to the Game of Thrones. Shout out to Game of Thrones genuinely for having a respectable short person role. I don't know if midget is like disrespectful, if it's like a slur or whatever. But like, shout out to like, I think the only book or popular book series that I have ever seen like write a short person well is Game of Thrones. So shout out to fucking George R.R. Martin for writing Tyrion to be such a GOAT character. Everybody loves Tyrion. He's such a great character. Shout out to Game of Thrones for doing that. A respectable short person. Either way, man, going into the Aiden Ross dude, going into the MAGA rabbit hole is such a sad thing, dude. Like what? Like these people are just so, like they're so devoid of anything that makes them like, they're such boring people. They're, I don't want to like talk shit about like, but they're just boring and stupid. I don't like they are not like, there's nothing that about them that is like interesting or curious. Like they don't care. They don't care about anything. They are the mindless drones. Oh my god, that's so crazy that there's like an entire culture that is just created to like do this shit and appeal to these people. Oh my god, what a sad existence. Maybe I'm too liberal for I'm too liberal for this, bro. I'm too woke. The woke has infected my mind too much that I look at them with pity now. Jesus Christ. When people say that like there are different levels of being a human, like that's true. The James Fishback photos. Isn't that the guy that's like just the like El Generico white guy who is like who's jumping on the Trump dick train? All of bro's policies were anti-Semitism. If he managed to find a way for like every single issue to like rope in the Jews, honestly, I kind of respect that. if you're able, every major policy that you present, it's all about hating Jews. I kind of have to respect the grind because that's crazy. You have to be so dedicated to hating the Jews to be just straight up. You have to hate the Jews so much. He's defending Israel? How does that make sense? Wait, how are you anti-Semitic and defending Israel? Wait, what? Can we be consistent with our beliefs, please? It's the grift? I don't understand. Like, I guess I'm asking too much, but like it's such a on its bold face like an inconsistency. Like, how do you get past? Like, it's not even like a one layer deep, because there's so many of those like one layer deep level like inconsistencies inside of like the entire idea, you know? Like, oh, we love, you know, we don't want to spend money. We hate big government. And then every time Trump spends money, they fucking suck, you know, they love it, right? There's like so many like internal inconsistencies, but external inconsistencies. That is something that is crazy to me. I'm almost curious. I want to see bro's website. Hold on, James Fishbach website, I wonder. Does he still have it up? Oh my god, Fishbach for Florida governor. Alright, hold on, does he have like policies? Every single photo of him makes him look like a... He raped a 17-year-old. That's a new one. Constitutional conservative, proud Christian. Oh yeah. His platform, stop data centers. We hate them. Why did the Jews do them to us? You know, the thing is, I think data centers get a really bad rap because of AI. People have turned data centers into the boogeyman, when in reality, like, data centers are not the boogeyman. Like, we need data centers so that the internet can exist. The problem is just that they've been taken over by AI. Man, AI just ruins everything. Data centers are fine. They just because AI is, you know, rolling and smoking them. About data centers, yeah, that's the problem. I mean, this is like, you know, this guy doesn't actually give a shit, because like anybody who says like the water supply meme is like not serious. No, data centers don't like fucking jeopardize your water supply. They don't like, you know, consume millions of gallons. That is misinformation. That is a lie. That is a lie. You know that this guy is straight grifting when they're talking about data centers harming the water supply. That's how you know. You can hate data centers for a lot of reasons, but if you're saying it's because of a water problem, you are grifting. Home ownership. Eliminate property taxes? Jesus. Okay. That's a crazy... Okay, holy zero revenue, bro. Zero revenue, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, but we're gonna tax the rich, of course. Guys, I promise. Ban private equity from buying a single... Okay. I can respect some of these policies. I guess, like, with all homeownership stuff, anything that makes, like, housing costs cheaper is, like, things that I will support, so... A clock is right, you know, twice a day. Broke clock right twice a day. Law and order. Back our brave law enforcement and corrections officers. What a hero. Get homeless off the streets and get them the help they need. How do you intend to do that, James? Disabled veteran? Of course, a disabled veteran, the classic. Everybody, you know, conservatives and their disabled veterans, they love them. Will surge state resources to get Florida's homeless population off the streets into structured care and treatment. There is zero policy here, but it's cool that you care about the homeless, I guess. That's nice. Desperate need of... Damn, a conservative that actually cares about the psychiatric care of homeless people? Holy shit. Wait, hold on. I think the fact that he even, you know, proclaims to care about homeless people is, you know, a step in the right direction, I guess. Let's see. End teen takeovers. This is not a problem. This is not a problem. This is the most non-issue I've ever seen in my fucking life. We hate teenagers having fun. Let's see, any felony rioting. Minors will be charged as adults. Jesus, parents will be held financially accountable. Jesus. Oh my god. They hate the kids, bro. All right, pro-life, of course. Wait, what do you mean? Shut down. Oh my god. Okay, he's just going full hog on this hoe. Postpartum care. Cap. Conservatives don't care about childcare. Conservatives don't care about babies. Remember that, all right? Don't let them grift. Don't let them lie to you. Conservatives don't care about children, or else they would support them after they're out of the womb. They don't care about children. Fight for small businesses. All right, so he's doing the Mom Donnie thing. That's good. I like this. Fight for election integrity. Oh boy. This is why I hate like the whole like voter ID thing, or like you need to provide your ID to vote. It's the stupidest thing ever. It's such a useless policy. It is such a useless policy. He will make mail-in voting safe, limited, keyword here, rare. He hates Democrats. He hates poor people. Wow, do you not have enough time between your two jobs to go to a voting station and vote? Well, too bad, pussy. You don't get a vote anymore. You have your right to vote has been taken away. Do you know how low the amount of voter fraud that has been recorded in history is so comically low? There is like no voter fraud. It is like zero. Nobody fucking does voter fraud. Nobody does voter fraud. It's just not a thing that happens. Like the amount of cases are so rare. This is the problem, and this is the grift. This is the grift with voter ID. It is not about making our elections safer. It is about stopping poor people from voting. It is about stopping lower class people from voting. Don't let them lie to you. That is why they do it. That is why they care. It is not about protecting our system, because remember, it just doesn't happen. Voter fraud, widespread voter fraud has like it maybe like there's one recorded case of widespread voter fraud. Voter fraud doesn't happen. Okay, this is the big one. I want to see paying. Okay, at least they're anti-flock cameras. Bless. All right, what's paying for a platform? Let's see. All right, I want to see it. Statewide tourism. A $50 surcharge across hotels, car rentals, theme park tickets, air. Holy shit. What? Holy, do you want to kill fucking tourism, bro? How do you intend on doing that? Buddy? Like a $50 surcharge? This is insane. If you ever wanted to kill, dude, if you are a hotel owner, a theme park owner, a small business owner of any kind, you should fucking never vote for this guy. This is an insane policy. This is the most anti-tourism policy I've ever seen. If you want to kill local businesses, this is the way you do it, by the way. By killing tourism. That is insane. Doge, billions of, because we all know how successful Doge was, by the way. Billions being wasted, billions. The Mamdani tax. Wait, hold on. $50,000 on out-of-state buyers based. The Mamdani tax is, he shouldn't call it that, by the way. This is a terrible name. He's not getting any support from the Mamdani tax, but it is a good policy. Zuckerbucks. All right, dude, this guy is socialist as hell, bro. Wait, hold on. Wait, why are we, this guy is socialist as fuck. He's a fucking good conservative. Fucking cap, bro. Look at all these socialist ass policies. That's my boy. Tax those billionaires. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bro, this guy is my goat socialist. Never mind. I'm voting for him right away. All right, well, that's James Fishbach. I spent a lot more time on this than I expected. I can't lie. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to our newly added DSA member, James Fishbach. He has decided to join up with the cause, boys. What a hero. What a hero. Lost brutally in Florida. Well, I thought we were still in, like, the primary cycle. I didn't know we were in general election. I thought, have we finished up with the primary stuff? We are in primary. Okay. I don't know, that makes sense. I think if there's one thing that I can respect about the DSA, or the one thing that I really respect about the DSA is that they're actually like a politically savvy organization. They know where they're strong. Which is a lot more to say than like the general Democratic Party as a whole. I mean, like the DSA is like actually like they are run like a competent political organization, you know? They're gonna try, but they know where they're strong and they're gonna push that message. They're gonna push where they're strong. They're gonna pump those numbers. They're gonna make everybody, you know, happy. And then they have, and right now, the thing that really makes the DSA like a successful is that they have the best politician in the country right now on their side. They have the biggest, best, most beloved politician in the country. And that has been like the biggest, like, you know, the biggest marketing tool they've ever had. Mamdani is the great marketing tool of the DSA. And I think Mamdani will be like kind of marked as that shift. When I think if we study this period in like 20, 30 years, people are writing textbooks about it. I think the election of Mamdani is going to be like it is shaping up right now that Zoran Mamdani has kind of been like a shifting for the Democrat Party in like a major way, which is so crazy because he's not even like a national level politician. He's the fucking mayor of New York, dude. Before their time. They liked that shit before it was cool to like that shit. And that's the difference with Bernie. Obviously, they are giants, but we don't look at the giants. We look at who stood on the shoulders of giants, right? They are the giants that we are standing on the shoulder, like, or the DSA is standing on the shoulders of. And so that means they're going to be like, they are going to be forgotten ultimately by history because they did not make like the big, like, they didn't make the big numbers, the big changes, right? They weren't the important things, right? They weren't there when everything kicked off, right? But they were crucial in kind of setting up the building blocks to reach this point, right? So in a more pop history oriented sense, Mamdani is going to be the character, but in like the more like deep cut history sense, like if you're taking like if you're like a history major, like a politics major, you'll be learning about Bernie and AOC. But in a pop history sense, you'll just be learning about Mamdani. So the question is, I'm already jumping the gun talking about history, but we have to see what happens. I think we are still in the midst of like, what are the results of this going to be, right? Like we are still, I think, a decade away from being able to look at any of this. Like, are we going to see actual results in the way that the country functions? That is, like, the question that has to be asked right now. Does this kind of, like, local Democrat push towards, like, these new, more radical Democrat policies, does this actually change anything, or is this a fad? Because right now, it's currently in its fad stage. But if it can grow out of a fad stage and become like a more staple part of US politics, that's when we can start having a conversation. No, not when the boomers are gone, when young people decide to vote. It is not when boomers are gone, it is when young people decide to vote. And right now, the reason why the DSA is succeeding is because they are energizing the youth vote. That is why they are succeeding. Not because of boomers, in spite of boomers. They are energizing, the youth are being energized right now. Okay? So you can complain all we want about old people, and I hate old people. I think old people have been a fucking cancer on this country for a while. With their outdated views and all that. I completely believe you. However, the only reason why the boomers have as much power as they do is because young people don't vote. Please use your civil right, your civil duty to vote. And if you don't vote correctly, then do not vote. that is my statement. Vote correctly or don't vote. And there is a correct way to vote. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but as of now, as of the current state, of the two-party system in this country, there is a correct choice and there is an incorrect choice. Unfortunately, that is just the way it is. We are not at like the good choices or less good choices. We are not at that point right now. There are correct choices and there are bad choices. You make your choice on what you want to do. But I think that's enough politics talk, because we might reach a stage 3 genocide if we're not careful. Or a level 3 genocide. I think my music is gone, or it's very quiet and I can't hear it, and I can't think without my music. I think I'm just gonna go. I think I'm done. I think I have officially kind of run out of juice with the full game runs. I want to hit late game runs for like 20 minutes, and then I want to end. Hit those 20s, hit that 20, and then end. Eat something, go on the elliptical, the painful bitch machine, and then we'll go. I've actually decided with working out, I've figured out the secret. If I want to look more jacked, I have to take creatine. And I won't do that. I don't want to take creatine. But I actually I've made the decision. If I want to look jacked, I have to take creatine. When I look at the gym and I see a lot of these like people at the gym and they look super jacked, I'm like, they are taking creatine. That is the difference between me and them. And I just don't want to take creatine, man. Not because I hate creatine as a concept, not because it's like unhealthy, just because I have to drink too much water. I don't want to drink that much water, bro. I'm okay with the amount of water that I drink. I think I drink a healthy amount of water. When you're taking creatine, the amount of the amount of water that is considered to be a healthy amount of water goes up by like so much. I just don't want to deal with that. So, also because the water fountain at my workplace sucks. I have a shit water fountain at my workplace. The water that comes out in the office, it's bad water, bro. It is room temperature mid water. And you're saying you want me to drink mid room temperature water? Just to take some fucking creatine and make my shit look a little bit more jacked? I'm good, bro. I look fine. If we can beat level 8 before the 40-second mark, that's a good run. That's a good pace run. That's a green run. Dude, I haven't watched enough animes to do like an anime tier list. Bro, I stopped watching Naruto 20 episodes in, bro. Do you think I am the person that should be making these anime tier lists, bro? If I did an anime tier list, it would be the greatest rage bait ever conceived by man, bro. The anime community would be in fucking flames after I did an anime tier list, bro. Don't let me do it. It would... Like, dude, you should see the comment section on my last fucking tier list video, bro. Don't let me have opinions. Don't let my opinions breach containment. Genuinely don't do it. Even though my opinions are based and sick and always correct. Don't let them breach containment. Because all I am is I act as rage bait. I act as rage bait to the general populace. It's not good. It's not healthy. I think level 8 hates me today. I've decided. I shouldn't have hit that jump. I should have just let it roll. It's actually got potential here, this one. Yeah, you can see the position of the swing. That's how you know I was fast, because the swing was in its fore swing as opposed to its back swing. What is my level 8, dude? Oh, and then car's cooked. That's a decent looking level 8. What the fuck am I doing? It's a deeply unserious game. I can't hit level 7. What am I doing? Choking like a kid in a candy store. Choking like a toddler with a Lego set. Choking like a prepubescent baby in a Fry's Electronics. Choking like a person featured in a lifeguard textbook. Choking like I'm taking a class about CPR. You know what? Really not bad. That's a decent time coming out of level 8. Factual. Kill me with the fucking big stick. I think, honestly. I'm living in my own head again. I like to do this a lot. I'm daydreaming. I love daydreaming. It's one of those activities that I think is evergreen. I almost wish sometimes I could play Red Ball off stream, because the one thing that I can't do on stream is daydream. But God, it is such a, like, when you're doing kind of like a mind-numbing activity that you just need to practice, fundamentally the only way that I'm going to get better is just by practicing. And when you're doing kind of like a mind-numbing activity like this, man, just sitting there and just daydreaming. That is what I want to do. But I feel like I must be entertaining. Get in some reps. You gotta do the boring stuff, you know? You gotta clean before you cook, you know? You gotta make your bed before you change the world. Gotta lube before you peg? I mean, ain't that the truth, brother? How much of, like, do you think toxic masculinity is what's preventing men from buying a dildo and fucking themselves just to find out if they like it or not? Probably. Yeah, I've considered it a couple of times. Cause, like, I don't, like, you hear so much about, like, you know, the G-spot, you know, it's in there. They say it's down there somewhere. All right? That you can, like, fucking squirt your little head off. I personally wouldn't like getting fucked in the ass, but I want to know. It's not that I hate it or love it, because if I said I hate it or love it, that would be kind of like a expose of what I'm into, which is not what I'm here to do. But it's like, what if I actually do, like, really fuck with it? What if I stuff some shit in my ass and I start coming my little head off? I start coming like a rocket, bro. What if? Like, do you really want to live your life not knowing that you could be experiencing that level of bliss? And your preconceived notions will prevent you from that? I mean, Republicans don't let it stop them. Why should we? Why should we? Until they get that Fuda dick that's 20 inches? I think that's only in the books, MJ. Personally, I like my Fuda dick a more reasonable size. I think a big problem with, like, that entire genre is that people are kind of, like, obsessed with, like, the comically long penises. I don't know. I'm not, like, I'm okay if you want to supersize some of your shit. Like, if we want to talk, like, oh, he's got a massive 9-inch schlong, like, okay, that's fine. Like, obviously, like, 9 inches is way bigger than, like, what is, like, you know, what goes down IRL. But I think it's a fine over-exaggeration. But, like, when we're talking about, like, my fucking 15-inch fucking massive swanging dick, it's at some point it just it goes to the point of absurdity, and it's not, like, I don't know. I think it loses its, you know, its luster a little bit, you know. It loses its luster, I'll say it, you know. I like my Fuda dicks a more reasonable size. That's all I'm saying. Cause you're a libtard? I'm sorry. That actually might be the least woke take I've ever given on this channel. Or sorry, it might be the most woke take. Actually, having your Foodadix a reasonable size, that's like a... I don't know if that's woke or not woke. It's hard to say. It could really swing both ways. Real men go through pain to reach climax. You know what? You know what, brother? That is, hey, I will not judge. Who am I to sit here and legislate what you're into, okay? No, I don't want to do the gimp suits. I never liked the leather. I believe it or not, that's the one thing I can say confidently. I was never into the leather. It's just, it's not, I don't think it looks good. I'm sure that all the gimp suiters in my stream right now are like just screaming right now, but it just, I don't like the leather. I don't like the latex. I don't like either or, all right? Get latex out of my cuck porn. All right? Get latex out of my cuck porn. As a white man, you know, it's mandated. But I'm tired of the latex. I'm tired of the shiny black suits. I don't want to see them. Enough, I say. Dr. Big Chung is fuming. Oh, for sure. It's not a chair, it's a throne. I think it just seems like IRL, it seems like the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like, I don't know how, like beyond like the sex appeal of it, like there's just no way like you're walking around in your gimp suit being like, yeah, I'm having a fucking good old time. Bro, you're gonna sweat like a fucking pig in there. I guess that's kind of part of the appeal, I guess, now that I think about it. But like, even still, it's like, holy shit. It's the feeling of uncomfortableness. I guess that's fine, but it's for me. I don't like if you're gonna do like pain, just do pain. Can we just do straight pain? Can we just be like a sadist or a masochist? Why do we have to thread the needle? I don't want to feel uncomfortable. I want to feel, let's get some actual hurt in here, okay? Why do we have to split the difference? Give me one or give me the other, all right? I'm an extremist. That's true, I am. I'm an extremist. There's nothing more sexy when I'm feeling mildly uncomfortable. I don't think I can take getting kicked in the balls. Yeah. What the f did I do? It's definitely one of those things that's better on paper. I mean, I know what it's like to take a hit in the nuts. Like, I have taken like a real, like a solid, I think every man has had the experience of like taking a real solid like blow to your pelvic region. Like that is like genuine. That's some real shit, bro. I'm sorry. That's some of the worst pain you're going to go through. It really, like when you actually get a real chunk taken out of you, holy shit. When you start feeling it in your stomach, it's cooked. They waltzed among us? Yeah, they're called senators, MJ. You don't have to call them freaks. Call them what they're call them what they are. Why do you think they get elected? Are you gonna watch the new Doomsday? I've heard I do like Doctor Doom. I'm a big fan of Doctor Doom. However, it is Marvel slop, and so regrettably, I will be skipping out on Doomsday. Maybe when it comes out on disc, when it gets uploaded to 123 Movies, then we can have a conversation. Yeah. Exactly. I need that shit on a floppy. Need that shit on a hard drive. Pro could be waiting years. No, I just say like Blu-ray or like disc. Just because that's what I used to watch back in the day. Back when movies came out on Blu-ray on disc, bro. Dude, I remember going to like the movie store when I was a kid, so we could buy a new movie and watch it. I had that experience. That was my childhood, my brother. Discs, Blu-rays, bro. That was. Are you kidding me, bro? I grew up with that shit. Walked my ass to the Blockbuster with my family in tow. Me and the family going to the Blockbuster, debating on which movie we buy so we can watch it. Those were the good nights, man. All right, you come home, you know, it's a Friday, you come home from school. Dad is grilling steaks. It's a steak dinner. Father's got the steak dinner. And then we roll out to the Blockbuster. Maybe get some ice cream on the way back. Maybe go to the Cold Stone Creamery. Go to the Cold Stone. Go to the Blockbuster. That's called a fucking good night, dog. Exactly. On in the living room. We watch that shit in the living room. All right, on our couches. We had a big old TV. Not comically big, but a decent size. A good size. What, did you guys go to like pop-up theaters or something? Where like, like the drive-in theaters or something? Damn, I have literally never done that in my life. What were the prices like? Like not only getting in, but if they did like food, I wonder what the food kind of like was it kind of like like a baseball hot dog or something where it's like comically expensive, like a ballpark hot dog type shit. $10 for the three of us? Damn, that's a good fucking price. I guess like back in the day for a move. Ultimately, I just don't really like seeing movies in the theater. I can't lie. I don't like going to I don't like going out to the theaters to see movies. So if I am going to go out to a theater and see a movie, it has to be something like I really, really want to see. And ultimately, anything that Marvel does will not cross that threshold for me. Did you watch Odyssey? No. Might watch it if it comes out, when they release it online. I'll check it out. Maybe, if I remember. But I just don't care enough to go out to the theater and see it. It does not interest me enough. What about them new GTA 6 leaks? I thought all that shit was AI, no? Well, I've seen GTA 6 leaks that looked like AI, but I'm not quite sure. There's real ones? Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta check those out. Do you want me to play GTA 6 if it comes out? I feel like I kind of have to. It'd be the most generic shit ever. I mean, everybody would be playing GTA 6, but... A GTA 6 leaker may have a playable copy of the game from Polygon. GTA Grand Theft Auto 6 an extended look premieres on Netflix on August 27th. We're not serious. Netflix is showing a trailer for GTA 6. We are genuinely not serious. Bro, okay, I gotta stop looking at the every game journalism outlet is actually the worst journalism spot ever created. Every single game news publication is funded by Israel. I'm going on Twitter. Oh, I see. They don't want Rockstar killing their family. Oh, I don't care. They're all funded by Israel. Bro, can this video fucking play? I'm connected to my home Wi-Fi network. Why are you lagging? Oh my god, the tweet got taken down. The tweet got taken down. Oh my goodness. Okay, literally as these leaks are going up on Twitter, they're getting taken down. Oh my god. Okay, Rockstar really got the fucking the shooting squad out there. Hold on. I'm looking up. Bro, they are really cracking down on this shit like crazy. I don't want to watch some chud reactor. I want to watch like the actual...
If you're...
Okay, this is the AI leaks. No, these are the AI leaks. I'm watching the AI leaks right now. Okay, so this is fake. Oh my god, it actually works. MJ, you're my fucking hero. I mean, it looks pretty good. Yeah, the one you just sent works, yeah. You're a fucking hero. For that, MJ. Damn, the graphics. Whoa. When I saw the person's face, that's actually crazy. It's just like a really high-def version of GTA 5, I guess. I mean, ultimately, I don't know what people were expecting from GTA 6. It really is just like GTA 5. It's all the shit that was in GTA 5, but more and better looking, I guess. I don't know what gameplay mechanics could be improved from GTA 5, really. Now, to be fair, I've really never played GTA 5 like that. I am listening to some random bullshit. Okay, yeah, so it is kind of just GTA 5, but better looking and hopefully with more shit to do in terms of gameplay mechanics. I mean, I guess what were people expecting?
Good living. Here's to you, buddy. Enjoy your life till the men in suits decide to finally shut you the fuck up.
The graphics look great.
They don't know nothing about me, man.
Yeah, but it has Red Dead 2. I don't know, I haven't played Red Dead 2 either. I don't play the story games, so... Or that's the kind of the story shooters with like the realistic graphics. I don't really play like a realistic graphics game. all that much. But yeah, this looks good. We'll see what the gameplay looks like, but I don't know. This seems... I mean, it's kind of what you would expect from GTA 6, I guess. I just want to play online. Not gonna lie, I don't care about the story. I think that's fine. Just as long as the game feels good, it plays good, you can do all the online shit you did in 5. As long as GTA 6 is everything GTA 5 was, plus a little bit more, and it looks better, I can't imagine people are gonna be mad. Right? Like, I mean, all people want is GTA 5 again. Fundamentally, that's kind of just what they want. So if they, you know, if you get given that, then fuck it, boys. I think it's game. All right, so GTA 6 is gonna be they're gonna roll out the hype train. They're gonna give it the gluck, and then it's gonna come out and it's gonna be GTA 5, and then all the reviewers are gonna say this is terrible. It's just GTA 5, and I'm gonna be like, fuck it, I'm having fun. I don't care. I'm playing GTA 5, but with better graphics. Either way, I am going to call it, I think. If you're excited about GTA 6, I mean, I don't know. Go tweet about it. If you're not, then tweet about how much you're not excited for GTA 6. Talk about GTA 6, but talk about how much you hate it. Spread hatred in the world. And misinformation. Lie. Either way, boys, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I've got to get out of here. I will talk to you gamers on Saturday. We've got more Half-Life 2. We've got Half-Life 2, Episode 1 and Episode 2 to get through. That'll be our weekend plan. So get excited. And then after that, I guess we have a whole new... There was a Roblox game that I wanted to play called Organize the Library, I think it's called. I really wanted to play that, so that might be a next weekend activity. But either way, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. I've got to get out of here. I will talk to you gamers later. Peace. Bye. Bye.